Royal Caribbean changed my itinerary. What can I do? Well, you don't have to do anything. If Royal Caribbean changes your itinerary, usually it's just a, hey, FYI, your itinerary has been changed. That's it. There's not like a mechanism or a means to get out of it. If you're before final payment date, you could cancel and get your money back. With Cruise's Confidence program, which is still active right now, you could cancel even if you're past final payment date and get a 100% future cruise credit and then rebook a different sailing. Maybe that goes to the places you wanted to go. But that is essentially it. How can I get onboard credit from Royal Caribbean? The most common way you'll get onboard credit for your Royal Caribbean cruise is by booking a cruise. There's a booking promotion. It's book now and get $100 onboard credit. That's a very common way. Another common way to get onboard credit is if you book it next cruise, which is you're on board a ship, they're going to give you extra onboard credit for booking on board the ship. And the amount depends on the length of your cruise and a variety of other factors. Also, obviously, going back to what I said earlier about the promotion, like when you're booking a cruise, the amount of onboard credit will be dependent on the promotion that Royal Caribbean happens to be offering. Those are the two most common ways to get onboard credit. Other ways you get onboard credit, something goes wrong on a cruise, they may give you onboard credit as compensation. But I think the first two are really the most common ways you're going to get onboard credit right there. So we're conflicted about Coco Key. We can't decide between Thrill Waterpark or Coco Beach Club. Help me. Well, if you haven't been to either one, obviously that can be a bit of a, which should I do, right? The water park is about going down water slides. The beach club is about relaxing and kind of taking it easy. They're very much different experiences there. So are you looking to ride water slides all day? And there's a wave pool as well. You don't have to do water slides, but do you want to go down water slides or do you want to like chill out in kind of a relaxed area? I do like they have the infinity pool, but there's not like attractions. If you're looking for an active day, water park. If you're looking for a chill out day, then the Coco Beach Club is the way to go. I think that's definitely the right strategy there. But you can't make, if you've never been to either one, David, just flip a coin, whatever you want to do, whatever's cheaper, book that one. And then on your next cruise, try the other one. That's probably the best way to go about it. Do not book both. There's just not enough time in the day to make it worthwhile from a value standpoint to do both right there. So, and how do I know if the price of my cruise has dropped? Basically, what the simplest way, not the easiest way, but the simplest way is to go to Royal Caribbean's website, do a mock booking, book the same sailing, try to find the same room category, get to the end of it. Basically, you don't have to do all the put your information in there, but look at the price, and then you're looking at that final price. Is it lower than what you have? Make sure the category is the same. Now, I'm not talking like ocean view to ocean view. I'm talking, look at what you have booked. You have category, 4E booked, then make sure you have 4E booked when you're doing the fake reservation. So, or actually the easiest way to do it is have your travel agent do it. I know the folks at MEI Travel regularly reprice cruises for free for their clients. So works out quite a bit. How many hours before check-in need to arrive at port? So you'll get your assigned check-in time via the Royal Caribbean app somewhere around 45 days before your cruise. And then that time you're given is the time you should arrive. I would arrive no earlier than 15 minutes earlier than whatever time you got over there, just to account for, parking and whatnot. Same with a group of 10 on Symphony in January. Where's the best place for sailaway? On an Oasis Class ship, I think the best place is just simply up on the upper pool deck, which is deck 16. So there's two decks to the pool deck, right? The upper deck, you get a little more breeze and more of a view. I'd go up there with a mast bar. There's a number of places you can go over there and kind of hang out. Going on Harmony December 26th, it's my birthday, and CVS is closed on December 24th. Walgreens says it's open, but results can take 24 hours. Then we done rapid tests at Walgreens. I've certainly heard of plenty of people who've done the rapid test at Walgreens, Kathleen. It is not too late to get the at-home test that Royal Caribbean takes. The at-home test is available 24/7 over holidays. Does not matter. So if you're worried about it, you could definitely do that, and you could still order it. As I mentioned, if you go to emed.com, Kathleen, you'll get it by later this week. So just something to keep in mind if you're truly worried about it. But Walgreens is pretty good. I mean, CVS and Walgreens have usually been pretty good with their stuff. I think having just the at-home test as a backup, just in case, wouldn't be a terrible idea. I'd hate for you to put your entire cruise vacation in jeopardy because you didn't want to spend a little bit of money for this at-home test, which I know they're eventually going to be reimbursable under insurance. I know that's something that the U.S. government mentioned they're going to be doing. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't want to pretend you're going to get your money back or anything like that right now, but it might be something to consider. That's certainly what we're doing. We're going on Navigator of the Seas December 24th. We're flying to California. I am not in the mood to, once I get to California, flying across the country to go find a COVID test. So we're bringing the at-home tests. We're going to take them when we get to California. That's it. all done, easy peasy. Can you give me more info on how Royal Up works? Basically, as you get closer to your sailing, usually within final payment date range, you'll get an email possibly from Royal Caribbean saying, hey, if you'd like to, you can bid for a stateroom upgrade. That's what Royal Up is. It's the stateroom bidding program. And when you get that email, you have an opportunity to bid on certain categories. That doesn't mean that those rooms are actually available. It's more like, if these rooms are available, how much more would you bid for it? It's a blind bidding. You have no idea what someone else bid for it. But essentially, if those rooms are available later on, Royal can go to that pool and pick out those people and then charge them that. It is binding, and you can't choose your exact room. So if they accept your offer, you're locked in. And there's no telling, by the way, when Royal Up bids will be accepted. They could literally pick it the day before or even the day of the cruise. So keep that in mind. How do you keep track of this ship time while in port? Great question. So I always bring my phone off the ship with me. And in any phone, iPhone, Android, whatever, you can just turn off the automatic time set. There's usually an automatic time setting. It helps really with daylight savings time and whatnot. Turn that off. Set your time zone to where you want it to be, which is usually Eastern time or whatever time your ship is in, and you're good to go. Certainly, you go old school, Carol, and get a watch, not an Apple Watch, like a wind the watch kind of thing. Remember those? You can do that as well. I don't do that. I bring my phone, but yeah. It says, do you book onboard activities via the Royal Caribbean app or via the web browser when you're about to board the ship? The Royal Caribbean app. You can do it via the app. Basically, Jared, you go through when you're in the app, you go through the event schedule, and when you click on one like Zone Zero or North Star or one of the production shows, you'll have an option will light up to reserve it now. Right now, it's probably grayed out, but then you could, when you get on board the ship and you're connected to the Royal Caribbean Wi-Fi, then it becomes enabled. Do you have any insight on how to acquire an early boarding time, or is it just luck? We used to get much earlier than this. It's just boarding time. I hear that's not a great plan now. Yeah, no, you got to go with your boarding time whatever time you get in the app. Number one, you want to try to get your check-in time as soon as you can. When you're like many months before your cruise and you go to do the online check-in in the Royal Caribbean app, it will say, check again on such and such date. You want to do that as early as you can, but keep an eye on it, David. There's been many instances where, and I'm sure Shannon and Becky and Mike Passor remember this when we were on the Harmony of the Seas, where initially the check-in times were whatever they were, let's call it 1 o'clock. And then they kept on opening up earlier times. So keep an eye on it. But basically, you're just watching the Royal Caribbean app and periodically checking back if there is an earlier time available. When will Royal Caribbean start sailing at full capacity? Full capacity, true full capacity. Last we heard, and this was during Royal Caribbean's third quarter earnings call with investors, they said basically summer 2022 is what they're angling for. Could that be later, earlier? Remains to be seen. What are you looking forward to the most when you come to the West Coast of your Christmas cruise to Mexico? The key word there is Mexico. So we're going on Navigator of the Seas, December 24th, Mexican Riviera, my very first time. I am so excited to go to these places in Mexico I've never been. Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, Cabo San Lucas. I've heard about these places for years. Never been. I am excited to try these ports out and visit these places. We got some really fun shore excursions booked. We're doing an ATV tour in Mazatlan. We're doing a catamaran, something or other, in Puerto Vallarta or Cabo, one of the two. And then on the other port, we are doing a beach, pool, all-inclusive kind of day kind of thing. So I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I've heard wonderful things about it. So I'm very excited. It's not often I get to try a brand new itinerary, and for me, that is absolutely what I'm looking forward to. What's a favorite thing to do in Cozumel? Definitely eat. I'll be honest with you. I love eating. I mean, there's great beaches in Cozumel. There's a lot of things to do, but I am a sucker for Mexican food. Does anyone here love really good, authentic Mexican food? Salsa, pico de gallo, really. We're talking about guacamole, mole, tacos. I mean, like real stuff. And here in the States, we just get a facsimile of it. But I love eating. So I love going downtown and eating, Amy. But you can also get some really good food all over the island. There's some fantastic beach places, whether they're all-inclusives or pay-as-you-go. There are a number of them that I like. Paradise Beach, Nachi Cocom, El Cosmolino. Those are all that come to mind for those beach day kind of things. Shouldn't Royal Caribbean consider a discounted drink package for Diamond or Diamond Plus, given that they already do? The answer to your question is they do offer those, Trey. The difference, so you're like, what are you talking about, Matt? So you can absolutely get on board your ship and go buy the drink package or a Wi-Fi package, and they will give you a discount for being a Diamond or Diamond Plus member. It's 20 or 25% off. I forget exactly how much it is for Diamond or Diamond Plus. The thing is, Trey, you cannot stack that discount with the pre-cruise discount. You can do either one. So as an example, Trey, when I go on a 3 or 4 night cruise, I don't pre-purchase my internet. I wait till we get on board the ship and then use my Diamond discount because it's better. Because as Diamond Plus, I get 2 days for free on a 3 or 4 night cruise, it's going to be cheaper than any discount they can offer me beforehand. Same is true for the drink package. But for the drink package, I prefer to pre-purchase it because number one, it's never any worse than the diamond discount offered on board. And I like being able to pre-purchase and separate the cost out. So I don't have this giant bill. If you book it on board the ship, then obviously it's going to be a cost that you're going to accrue to your CPAS account. So, but the answer is you absolutely do get those discounts there. In fact, and you're wondering, well, how do I know about these discounts, Matt? When you get on board the ship, you'll get a letter in your stateroom and it will list all those discounts that are there. Guys, thank you again so much for joining us here. We'll be back again next week to talk more Royal Caribbean right here on next Monday. Until then, check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. We have new blog posts, message boards, podcast episodes. We have an epic cruise planning for 2022 blog post that's on the homepage right now. It is epically long, but it's epically in-depth as well to help you plan your 2022 Royal Caribbean cruise. Check that out. It's all waiting for you at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Until then, guys, have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Do something fun. And we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. Good night, everybody.